no lie. Resonating, vibes ain't feeling good. Everything but vibrating. I am at peace. I am at peace.
He's John Ryan.
He is Jonathan Prince in his kitchen.
And together we are
Brutally Johnest, mate.
Brutally
This is
Johnest.
where it's happening.
Big up, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm just trying not to get blown away by this wind.
Yeah, man. What date is it today? It is the it's the 18th of February 2022. Been away for a hot minute, but
It's just wind. What's everyone losing their mind for? It's just a bit of wind.
so right now today where we are, we have like this red weather warning, don't we? That's easy for Jonathan.
Red
Ross to
weather.
say.
Look, the Americans must be going, that ain't even like a bit of a tornado.
That's true, but they're more prepared for weather, man. Places that get weather often are more prepared for it.
We have weather every day, mate. What's the matter with you?
And we've got like 100-mile-an-hour winds going on, trees being blown down, bins being thrown.
Because they're British trees. They're lazy trees. They've got one job, just to stand there, stand up, stand still. They can't even do that. The British trees are like, can't. It's too windy, I've got to lie down. Stop that nonsense. What's the matter with these trees?
I think it's the wind, man. It's the wind.
Listen, if it wasn't for the wind, we'd all be speaking Spanish, because it was the wind that blew the Spanish Armada off course. A little bit of history for you there.
Smashed it with
Right?
that one.
Exactly. So look, instead of going, oh, it's the wind, well, who knows what it could be saving us from?
That's very true.
It's going to blow away all the
refute that.
COVID and the corona, just blow it all up to Iceland. Let them not have it.
That's the truest thing still. Could be,
Mate, I'm a philosopher.
but it might come back round though. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'm
It's
pleased.
just going to blow it all that way, blow it all up north. Do you know what's funny though is so on the news, because obviously I get London news and Southeast news, and so here's the news headlines. It's the end of days, like it says in the Bible. We're all going to die because it's a bit windy. But then if you tune into like a northern radio station or put on BBC Northwest News, they're like, right, it's a little bit blowy out there. Meanwhile, here's Heather with football.
For real.
It's the south
For
of
real.
England. It's windy. It's windy.
For real. But I don't know, man. I've never seen it this windy in my whole life.
Where was you in 1987?
I was 6.
What, was you walking home with your eyes closed? Do you remember that day when you went to school and it was like slightly closer to your house? Michael Fish saying, just so you know, there isn't going to be a hurricane. And then the whole country got blown out.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Was it worse
I
than
remember
this?
it. I just remember the fact that everyone lost their mind then as well. There's all shop windows getting blown in. It's just like a normal night in Hackney.
I'm loving the mug, by the way, and the vessel you're drinking out of.
Do what you love. Look, and I've got a Brutally Johnest mug. See? It's black and white. It's white and black.
I like it.
Can you handle it? Huh?
I like
Anyway,
it.
enough of that. So that's the wind, right? So if I hear one more hysterical person going, my dustbin's got blown away. It's like, what? It's just a bit of wind. Get a kite and go fly a kite.
I've got a segue for you. I'm not going to talk
Go on.
about it like that because that's going to make it obvious. But like you're talking about the wind, which
Yeah.
is weather when it's cold and it's the
cold.
winter.
Yeah.
And every 4 years, around about now, you have the Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics. Love the Winter Olympics, man.
Amazing. But for those who don't know, I'm sure you'll know, but Russia a few years ago got done for like doping with their athletes, the doping of their athletes.
Yeah. Because no one else does it. Like, we don't do it.
And I think the charge was something like that they were like making them do it, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it was, they got thrown out of the Olympics. So then they had to, when they came back, or they haven't come back, there is now a new team called the Russian Olympics Committee, right?
Yeah.
And the skater got done for doping.
Was
like,
this
in
a
the
little
last couple of
15-year-old girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's slippy out there, man. You need all the help
Bruv.
you can get.
Bruv,
Come on.
that's some next level thing. What kind of drugs, have been engineered to help you ice skate? Because whatever they are, I need some of them.
Deep heat. That's
I
what it
need
is.
some of them. What's going
Just
to make
keep your feet warm. You need circulation tablets.
Trust me, mate. Pop 2 pills, and you can do backward crossovers and stuff. Ice
Beechams.
hockey.
That's what they're taking. They're having Beechams. It's true, mate. Like, they should be on drugs.
I
They would
mean-
just make it much more interesting.
Yeah, I can't imagine. But then I say I can't imagine what drug's going to help you do that. Was Andre Agassi not doing LSD when he was like
that's
in
tennis,
Wimbledon
mate.
finals and stuff?
That's tennis. I can't be doing with that nonsense.
But
That's
of all
just a
things-
lazy game. You have it. No, you have it. No, you have it. That's women's tennis. No, you have it. Men's tennis. Car reach. Leave it. Go again. No, mate. Tennis, don't start with that nonsense. People in.
If you've got opposite opinions to John's
It's
parentarian,
nonsense. 15,
put it in
love.
the comment.
15, 15. Why don't you just go 1, 2, 3 and done? Make it a Jamaican sport. 1-0, 1-1, 2-2 evens, done.
What? No, do you not like any racket sports?
15, love. 15, 15, 15,
What about
15.
table tennis?
No, stop me with all them things, table tennis, man. Them games are designed for just freaks. You can stand there for hours like a cat watching a ball.
The thing I like about table tennis is now the people will throw the thing up in the air, the concentration that they have on the ball
Yeah.
as it drops, and then they do some mad spin in that. Yeah.
See, but it's just too elite. They should make them play on 2 tables pushed together with some books as a net, like we did at school. Yeah, probably. And then when a ball hits the crack, it goes.
Two bits of blue tack on the table.
Yeah. Well, you went to a posh school, so that was St Albans school. But the Winter Olympics, I love it, mate. I love the one where they fall down a mountain and then they fly, Eddie the Eagle, that one.
I know what you mean.
Ski jumping.
But even with that, yeah, you can imagine. I don't know what kind of drugs you'd be doing, like get better at ice skating drugs. Do you know, I don't get that.
Well, think it through. You just need drugs to help you stand up straight. That's it. So Viagra, make you stand tall and proud. That's what the ice skaters are on. That's it.
Done.
Slippy slidey. But the falling down the mountain one, and that's just the best ever.
Falling down the mountain one. You
They
mean
just fall down the mountain and they fall off the edge.
Ski jump. Right. Okay. Because there's a few down the mountain kind of things in the Winter Olympics.
Well, there's
Just
that
saying.
one, and there's that other one where they do that
That's-
kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Slalom.
In the closet one, that one, where they're all wearing pink lycra.
Slalom.
Swiss. Yeah, that's just stupidness. They're basically all essentially falling down the mountain ones.
But what if you had to get down a mountain really quickly? You'd need them.
What's you doing up there? Why was you up the mountain? You can't just accidentally find yourself on the top of a mountain, can you?
That's probably true. That is pretty true.
No, mate. The only decent, proper, true sporting team, Cool Runnings.
I like the sense of Cool Runnings. To be fair, although I don't like the accents in Cool Runnings.
Well, no, but that was just basically 4 black men and a bit of metal falling down the mountain. It's just basically let's come up with some new ideas to help people fall down the mountain. Put them in a barrel. There you go. There's an Olympic sport.
Barrel.
Put them in a barrel, mate. Push them down there. I would like to see ice skating tennis. That would make tennis interesting.
Ice skating tennis would be actually rude boy. But how would you get the ball to hit the ice and not just? Do you know what I mean?
Man, it's your department. You do logistics. I'm just the creative in this team.
Ice skating tennis. I wonder if that could work.
It would work. The best one though is.
But I'd need some of them ice skating drugs because I can't ice skate.
You need Viagra, is that what you're telling me? Is that how you get this into conversation? I can't believe a proud Jamaican man would be giving it that. A proud Dominican man. A proud
Dominican? Jamaican?
proud-
Keep going.
Any island.
You sound like my parents when they try and call my name, and they always call my brother's name
Going
before
across the
mine.
islands, mate. I'm going around the islands. Just including every man, so that I can't be accused of favouritism like I was last week.
Oh, what, you're accused of favouritism?
Yeah, because I went to a friend's house for a little cook-up, and
Right.
then they're going, John, you've been to all the Caribbean islands. What's the best island? I'm like, well, who made this chicken? She did. Where's she from? Dominica. That's the best island. Dominica, I think that's the best island. And I got some Tupperware as well, if you want to thank me. What white man brings Tupperware to a party?
I tell you, mate,
This one here.
killing it out here. For those who don't know, bringing Tupperware to the party is like a thing in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Or you expect that people will have the Tupperware for when you leave.
We do it in Essex as well, mate. I'm like, hello, I know you don't meet me. Oh, Tasha told us a lot about you. It's really nice to meet you. I brought Tupperware. Let's just get it straight so you know where I'm from. You know. I'm like, okay.
But some people might think that's rude, yeah, like you're going there and expecting to take food home. But where it comes from culturally is that people didn't have a lot, so they just make sure they had enough food for if someone come round.
The people who think it's rude are the people who didn't bring Tupperware. That's that simple. And you can always find a margarine tub. Like, what's the deal here? You've always got something. Pockets. I've got pockets. Well, we went to a friend's christening, and they're like, there's a bit of food left over, and I didn't realise that because I didn't know the people too well, and I didn't realise that there'd be that much food. So I said, well, if you want, if it helps, I'll take some home. And the girl said to me, do you have a container? I went, what? I can't just have it in a tin foil that it's in. You just can't give it a tray. She was like, I can't give it a big tray. I went, why not? Why give it to 6 people and make them reasonably happy when you can give it to me and make me ecstatic? So I come out with my big tray like that. Tasha was like, "You're so embarrassing." I'm like, "You won't be saying that tomorrow when we're eating it."
Do you know what as well? When you get, because I remember back in the day, you'd go to like a Caribbean wedding or something, and they'd give you the food afterwards, but they might not even use a tray. They'd just use this tin foil. I'm
Yeah,
sure the
that's
tin
right,
foil
tinfoil.
was some strong tin foil then.
Yep, yep. Proper old school tinfoil, mate. None of this modern, that
Fix your
kind of
car with that
papery
tin
one.
foil.
Put it on a space shuttle. That's what you need. They want to put that right on them ice skaters. Dress them
That's
up in
probably what it.
tinfoil.
That's probably the drug. That's
There
the
you go.
drug right there.
It's liquid tinfoil. But look, my big subject I want to talk about, and it's connected with the Russian ice skater, is we're going to go to war, and it's going to be World War III, and we're all going to die in a nuclear holocaust if the wind don't get us. What's it all about?
I mean, there was a jump and a segue there, but like, I mean,
I thought it was pretty straightforward. Russian skater, World War III, Armageddon.
what discuss?
Well, apparently Russia's going to invade Ukraine, and
Yep.
then there's going to be World War III, and we're all going to get nuked. And it'll probably happen during the week, so you won't even get a day off work.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna say how it is because that's what show's about, and how I feel it is. Do you know what I mean? That we get like certain news, like painted in the way that people where we live want us to see it. And in order to have a balanced view on things, you have to kind of see it from some other sides as well. So, for example, that Djokovic, I didn't mean it like that. That was really bad. That was a really bad way to put it. That Djokovic. Right. So, I can't remember his first name, but Djokovic, the tennis player, really, really lovely guy, Serbian brother. Novak Djokovic, right?
Yeah.
He went to Australia. Everyone saw in the news. There was all this news about him being in Australia, thinking that he could play this tennis game because they told him he could because of something, and then it was all played out on the news. You all know that. But at the time when that was on the news, I thought to myself, this is like a somewhat mundane thing going on, somewhat mundane because it's what if you think it's one person, if it wasn't Djokovic, it's just a person, and that's happening, and it was on everybody's news everywhere. So I suspiciously thought, well, I wonder what else is going on in the world right now, because often when there's something like that going on, there's something else happening, which is like, oh, we don't really want you to, like, you know what I mean, focus you on this while I'm doing something else with this hand, sort of thing. And at the same time, there was a lot of talk between Russia and China, and the reasoning being because recently they've signed an agreement to prevent NATO from moving more
mash
further
up
to the east.
the rest of the world.
Right,
take it over.
Prevent NATO from going further to the east, right? So NATO, a body of countries, all together, like saying, for example, like what's the word? You know, like governments govern the world or whatever, right? So one organisation, and they're trying to move more further east. So what's happening is Ukraine have said, oh, we've got an interest in that, and Russia's gone, no blood. Like what? You're going to have missiles and thing that close to me? You think I'm not going to flex? You think I'm not going to flex? You not see me on the horse the other day with my top off, bruv? Right? I'm going to go check my man in China.
Ice hockey.
I will talk to him. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going there. You've been trying to throw it up. I'm not going there. But yeah, so he went to China to go say to the man there, are you happy with this stuff that their man are doing as well? And they're like, no, I wondering when you were going to come check me. So then they went and checked each other and said, right, if anything happens, we're both in it together to make sure they don't stretch out to the Ukraine, because that's not good for either of us.
And is it connected to Novak Djokovic? Is that what you're saying?
Pardon?
Is this all connected to Novak Djokovic?
The only thing with Novak Djokovic is that in my mind, I was like, why is everyone going on about? Why is every channel going on about this one thing? There must be something else going on.
Right.
And that's when I started to see the thing with Russia and the reason behind Ukraine and so on. Then Ukraine started to become more in our news as such when it got closer to this deal being signed. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But ultimately, what I'm saying is, there's two sides to everything, innit? On the one side, I do fear like there being a big war or anything like anyone would if you're alive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's painted to us like, oh, these people are being bad and doing this and doing this, but they're not showing you what the groups of NATO would be doing there. I don't know, man.
You sound like a goddamn communist, boy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It doesn't always seem as it's portrayed. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right. So basically, you're suggesting that the tennis player and that whole thing was a distraction from the Russians and the Chinese being a bit sneaky Pete, willing to stop NATO ganging up on them. That's your theory, is it?
Yeah, but not sneaky Pete. They were doing it, bruv. The only reason
Listen,
why it was Sneaky Pete is because they tried to get you were watching Djokovic everywhere. That's
but I don't watch tennis, so I didn't really keep up with the whole Djokovic. All I saw was a sport multi-millionaire couldn't get his own way and got his ass kicked by the Australians. Go on, the Aussies.
that's fair enough. It's fair assessment. It's fair
They don't mess about in Australia. They're just, go on. They were still shooting Aborigines in the 60s. They don't even hide the things that they've got up to. They're not like, no, we was never racist, mate. They're still like getting into trouble and taking land from people that don't belong to them. So Australians, they don't mess about. You're going to turn up there, you ain't been vaccinated, just lock you up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not watch Australian Border Patrol on Sky?
No.
One of the greatest programs ever. They have British Border Patrol, Canadian, Irish. The British one, so we believe this man's got an item in his suitcase that he shouldn't have. And, sir, can you tell me what this item is? Oh, yes, well, I thought it was legal. Well, it's not. Put it in the bin. But Australia, they had this Chinese man with he had a knife about a foot long with big Bowie knife, right? Big jagged edges on it. You could cut a tree with it. And he was, hey, mate, you can't bring that in the country. Yeah, I can. That's a knife, mate. No, it's comb. It's comb. That's not a comb, mate. That's a knife. And there's a little Chinaman's going, no, it's comb. Nah, well, go on then. Comb your hair with it. Go on. Go on. Let me see you comb your hair. Aussies don't mess about, mate. Yeah, maybe that was a little bit racist to Chinese people, but do you know what I mean? What are you going to do about it? I don't know any.
I don't think the Aussies got off too lightly on that either.
But yeah, but Aussies don't care about it. Yeah, I know I'm a racist, but you know what, mate? I'm a great bloke to have at your barbecue. Be honest.
Fair.
If I said come to my house and have a barbecue, I've got 12 Australians there, you'd be like, oh man, this can be fun. If I mean I've got 12 Chinese people, so it can be sensible, isn't it? It can be sensible. Do you know what I mean? I'm not putting bat on a barbecue, man. I'm not having it.
I saw that bit out in the edit.
You saw that bit, yeah. Cancel him for his honesty and his truth.
No, I'll leave that in.
We no lie. Resonating, vibes ain't feeling good.